whore friend's house, um, he would tell her, like, oh, that's not your mom. Quit calling her mom. That's not your mom. The crazy bitch he was staying with would say the same shit, while they all were snorting their perk 30s and their cocaine and acting like they were ballers with the small children in the house who would come home and she would tell me, "Hey, mom, why would dad snort powder?" Because they didn't give a fuck that she was sitting right there at 5 years old. Anyway, so summer comes to an end, and I have this epiphany. Like, if you don't let this go, the she's your mom, she's not your mom, she's your mom, she's not your mom, is just going to add to the damage that child has. So I called him and I'm like, Sean, I'm done. Do not contact me again. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to see you. What about Electra? You're her mom. Nope, you've been telling her all summer that I'm not. I made a photo album with pictures, and I wrote a letter to her trying to explain why, Sorry. I'll get it together. I don't ever talk about her. I don't talk about this. I didn't deal with it. I don't deal with anything. I stuffed it down. And when you stuff things down, sometimes they come back up. Anyway, I made this little photo album for her. And I wrote her a letter, which I'm sure he destroyed, like he destroyed everything. But it was the best I could do. And I've never seen her since. Ugh. And I grieved for her so hard for a long, long time. And then I just started blocking it out because I couldn't take that pain. Ugh. Oh, goddamn. So, I told him to quit calling the house. I didn't want anything to do with him. Don't write me. Go fuck yourself. And he kept calling the house, which my grandma had a rule my entire life. You do not call her house past 11. That was the rule. She would flip the fuck out on you if you called her house past 11. I neglected to tell y'all that during that summer, when I realized I can't get him to sign his rights away, blah, 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 I did try to get back with him, even though I was free, even though I didn't want to be with him, because I knew I was losing her. That was like my last ditch effort, was trying to get back with him. And when I caught what I was doing, it's like, oh my God, I can't do this. Because I used to lay beside that motherfucker at night, afraid to go to sleep, because sometimes he choked me in my sleep, thinking, Kier, if you don't find a way out of this, you are going to be one of those women that your grandma's going to see on the fucking news whose body was found in a goddamn ditch somewhere. And I told him that. I said, listen, motherfucker, if you think that I'm going to let you turn me into a sad news piece, like, it's not going to happen. I will kill you before you kill me. And I meant that. And, anyway, so I let everything go. He keeps calling my grandma's house. And he always waited till like 2 in the morning so he'd wake grandma up and piss her off. For no reason. Just to aggravate, I don't know. And my baby sister would answer. Because, this time, she still don't know anything about anything he's done to me. And she thinks that I'm the bitch in this situation. And I let her think that for a long time. And then one night, he caught me on the wrong fucking night. And he called. And, you know, he starts saying whatever to my baby sister. And this child that I raised, that I love unconditionally, goddamn, looks at me and goes, Key, you're such a bitch. Just take him back. Buddy, I snatched up that phone. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, if you're gonna tell her to tell me to take you back, then you need to tell her the full fucking story. Tell her how many times you tried to kill me. Tell her how you used to choke me out, especially in my sleep. Tell her about the fucking day that you had me and Electra on a back road saying that you were gonna slit our throats and run away in my car. Tell her all about it, buddy. And I handed the phone back to my sister, and she was just speechless. At this time, she was, I don't know, let's see, would have been 2011. I would have been 24, so she was 15. She was just stunned because she had no idea that any of that shit was happening. And she lived in the same house. And that was the last time that she ever accepted one of his phone calls or talked to him. And that was it. He wrote me in December of 2011 telling me Electra missed me. Of course, used the child who had already been through hell. She went through more in the first 2 or 3 years of her life than most people go through in a fucking lifetime. But yeah, fuck her head up to get your way. And he told me he was moving to Oregon. So I did the only thing I knew how to do, and I wrote his mom or called his mom, told her exactly what the hell I had witnessed him doing to Electra, and basically told her, you better watch over that child. Like, she is your grandchild. I can't be there. I have no legal rights to her, and you better fucking keep an eye on him. Of course, I don't think anyone listened, because from the little bit that she told me when we started talking again, no one listened. But yeah, that was about it. One time, because I blocked him. I blocked him on everything, except, of course, my email. And at one point, he started running his mouth on Dakota's profile about my grandma and grandpa who fed him and clothed him for 3.5 years. And I went the fuck off. I unblocked him just to completely lay out everything he had done to me right there on his stupid post on her wall. And he admitted to all of it. And you know how people like that do. He admitted to all of it while also turning it around to where he was the victim. He was the victim because he didn't want to choke me out. He didn't want to backhand me. He didn't want to punch me. He didn't want to possibly make me have a miscarriage. I don't know. The devil made him do it. You tell me. Untreated mental illness is what he ran to. Bullshit. Bullshit. Technically, I have untreated mental illness. You know what I don't do? Go around checking and choking out my pregnant girlfriend. Or getting my spouse and my child on a fucking back road saying I'm going to slit their throats and head out of town. And then, the car we were driving around in, I bought with my student loan money. Because that was right before the seizures started. So I had an illusion that I was actually going to be able to drive. And I was ready for it. So I'm like, you know, you're not taking my fucking car. It's in my name. I paid for it. You're not taking it. I'm so sorry. I keep doing the nose sound. I should have brought tissue. I really didn't think I'd start crying. I thought I could hold it together. I apologize for any gross sounds that you've heard. So, really sorry about that. I tell my sister, who had just turned 16, like, clearly, with me having seizures, that car ain't doing me no good. So you can have it. She goes to clean it out, gets in the trunk, finds rope, a tarp, a cleaning solution, and There was something else. I can't remember what the other thing was, but there was something else in there too. And she flipped the fuck out. She comes in like, Key, you gotta come look at this shit. Oh, duct tape. That was the other thing. And it looked like a serial killer kit. I mean, it looked like something a fucking serial killer would have. And I still believe, to this day, he meant to kill me. He was biding his time until he thought he could get out of state. Like, that's going to help you if you murder someone. And he was going to kill me and throw my body in a ditch somewhere. And I fully believe he might have killed Electra at the same time. God damn. I might try my hand at editing tonight because I didn't want to say her name. She's a minor. That's not cool. You know. But that's my story of a horrible, horrible relationship that I am glad I got out of, however painful it was. I wish that I wish that the kid would have had an easier road. I feel guilt. Of course, I feel guilt for that. But I also truly, truly, in my soul, to my core, believe that if I wouldn't have got away, I'd be dead. And she might be too. So that kind of, I guess, balances out the guilt. I don't know. Just some days, if I think about it, which I try not to do, the guilt is stronger. And some days, just the relief that I made it out alive is stronger. It just depends. But I hope that the story somehow helps someone out there somewhere. I know a lot of you, I mean, we were talking about it in Red Stream tonight. A lot of you have been through similar situations. Shout out to Sherry's Landscaping, who literally was, well, I'll let her tell her story if she wants to, but shout out to Sherry. You are awesome, and thank you for sharing your story as well in chat tonight. I love you all. Sorry I've been away so long. I'm going to try to make an update video. Fucking Mother's Day Sunday, and I keep forgetting that. I don't know what we're doing for that. But I'm going to try to make a video soon with an update. I gotta tell y'all about this night that my sister and I and my nieces had, because this shit was crazy. I love you guys. Well, good night.